Hello Cancer, welcome to my channel, The Mother Speaks Tarot. My name is Allison. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. My channel is still pretty new, it's under a year old. Everyone though who's already subscribed, all my viewers, thank you all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I always thank you guys with every single video because I know without you, my channel would not be what it is today. So thank you all so much. Everybody who's new, welcome. Welcome to my channel. For those of you who are new and don't know, I'm also an author. I'm writing an action-adventure love story on superhero twin flames. It's called Perception, the Two Yet One, book one here. I read book one aloud live on Facebook, and I've uploaded all of those videos here to YouTube for you to view for absolutely free. All those links are in the description box below, including to purchase my books. Yeah, if you've already read book one or watched all those videos of me reading them aloud, book two is available for purchase. These beautiful, very well-made books are available from Kindle Direct Publishing for only $15.99 each, plus shipping. If you have Amazon Prime, your shipping will be free. So, like I was saying, all the links that you need for my books are in the description box below. There's a lot of great links in the description box. Check it out. Also, if you would like a personal reading, I do offer those, and the information to contact me is also in the description box below. So today you can see here that I still have spring set up as it is still spring. But this week we're celebrating Earth Day, which is today. Happy Earth Day, Cancer. So today I've got, from the Keepers of the Light deck, I've got Gaia here. From my new deck I'm about to show you, I've got Gaia here as well. And I've got Mawu, Mother Earth, here from the Goddess deck. And I have this beautiful globe here for our beautiful sphere being Mother Earth that we all are a part of. We don't just live on her, we are her. So today it's Mother Earth, whose mother energy will be speaking today on my channel. Okay, so welcome Mother Earth. Yay, we love you. So you can see here that I've got a different deck. And you know how much I loved the Force of Enchantment deck? Well, I love this one as much. This is the Tarot of the Divine by Yoshitani. This is inspired by deities, folklores, and fairy tales from around the world, which is why I chose it for today. Okay, so like the Forest of Enchantment was fairy tales from the forests of the United Kingdom, whereas this is like fairy tales, folklores, and deities from around the entire world. And I just love it. I love learning about people. I love people. I love our planet. I love all the history and, you know, all the tales, and, you know, I love stories, and of course I'm a writer. Anyway, it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous deck. And so at the end, I'm going to pull at least 3 cards from the Earth Magic Oracle Cards deck by Stephen D. Farmer. Okay, he's got a lot of other he's got a lot of artists in this deck. So it's just Earth Magic by Stephen D. Farmer. And just so you know, you guys, I don't get paid for introducing these decks to you guys. I just want you to know what decks that I'm using and give, you know, credit where credit is due. And so now this Earth Magic does have a book that I could read from and pull like 1 card and read from it. You know, I'm trying to keep my videos under an hour. But I was led to just pull the 3 cards and read them intuitively. So, but I may do that one day where I only pull 1 and then read from the book. And then I'm going to get at least 1 card from the Legendary Ladies Goddess deck by Anne Shen. Now, Yoshitani and Anne Shen, I can't find anybody who is the illustrator, so I'm thinking they are their own artists. Yoshitani, this is all their artwork, and this is all Anne Shen's artwork as well. And I feel like they're kind of similar in ways, so you'll see. But this deck was awesome because I was thinking that I wanted a new deck, but I didn't know if I was just trying to buy something because I was bored or, for a thrill. You don't like, I'm not that kind. I'm not an impulse buyer. And so what I did is I said, okay, Spirit, I don't know if you want me to get a deck or if I just want one. So I'm going shopping with my sister tomorrow, and we're just going to go to some regular places. And if I find a tarot deck and I can afford it, then I'll know that's you telling me that it's you telling me to get a new deck. So we went to our normal places, but we went into this one store called Cost Plus, and it was at face level. It was sitting on a shelf at face level. I came face to face with it, had the money for it. There was only one other deck with it, the same deck. So I bought this, and I love it. I love the artwork. I love the goddesses. So this was the mother, again, bringing me the right decks. So now I will read from the book that came from the Legendary Ladies if I get one card. However, if I get more than one, I'm going to do the intuitive read. Now here, if I need to clarify, I'm going to use my little Rider Tarot deck. And so let's get started here. As a reader, I read minor arcana cards as messages about your free will. I read major arcana cards as messages about your divine blueprint. Your divine blueprint is the plan that you made for your life before you incarnated, so that you would encounter and hopefully learn certain poignant lessons of life that, when learned, raise the vibration of your soul, the level of wisdom that you carry in your soul. And so lifetime after lifetime, as you go learning these lessons, you get to like an epitome in a lifetime. And I think that's when you can become so-called enlightened, or you just get to this pinnacle of human existence. Okay, so when we're looking at your major arcana cards, it's kind of like looking at fate, but not really, because free will can change just about anything. And there are times, though, where we can't change something, like we can't make something happen no matter how hard we try, or we can't stop something from happening no matter how hard we try. And that is because we wrote that into our divine blueprint to encounter that. And those are indicated to me by the Wheel of Fortune card, which you do not have. So let's get started. Right here at the center of everything, Cancer, you've got sword energy. Oh, pardon me. I just inhaled and choked. The Four of Swords. Okay, so the Four of Swords, air energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. It's all about thought and logic. Now, the Four of Swords, this is the wolf Fenrir from Norse mythology. And they know that this wolf can cause, the Norse gods know this wolf can cause the end of the world. So what they do is they subdue him. And so the danger isn't gone, but at least it's, abated for the moment. He's quiet. He's not going to do anything. The Four of Swords it's a card of getting rest, but because swords are communication and mind, and because this is a card of rest, I often call it the peace of mind card. So here it's in reverse. So I'm feeling like you are not having, maybe not having peace of mind. But let's go ahead and check it out in the book, because this particular deck does have reversed meanings. Okay, so the reversed meaning for this in this deck is awakening, healing, returning, burnout, and strength. Oh, okay, so that's what it means. That's, the reason why I chose this deck this week is for this message, for these messages that come from this book. That's why I always use the energy that a deck was created with. All this artwork, Yoshitani, he did it for a reason. The images speak for a reason. So while some of you might feel like, yeah, maybe you're not having peace of mind right now, that might be true. But this is probably due to your awakening and healing, which is the reversed meaning of this. You might be feeling a little burnt out, because that's also what it says, burnout. Yeah, but you also have the strength, awakening, healing, returning, burnout, and strength. Okay, so you know what that says to me. Now when we look at this card right here that crosses this, we have, it's always read right side up. Pardon me. There we go. The Eight of Cups. So cups energy, it's your energy, okay? Water energy, which is intuition and emotion and love. And the Eight of Cups is all about walking away, okay? This, you know who this is? This is Moses, okay? Also, we have kind of, we have a crescent moon that looks a lot like that right now. Now the Eight of Cups is about moving on. See, what Moses knew was, you know, once he found out that he wasn't really Egyptian, because if, for those of you who don't know the story, the Egyptian pharaoh sent out an order for all male Hebrew children to be killed, because there was a prophecy that one of these male children was going to overthrow Egypt, or, you know, him, or kill him or something. So he, you know, he said, okay, well, all male babies born right now, let's kill him. And so what Moses' mother did was put him in a little basket and send him in the river, where his sister Miriam watched him, and she saw that he was discovered by the princess of Egypt, and the Egyptian princess then raised him as a prince of Egypt. Later on, when he found out that he was actually Hebrew, and he saw what his Hebrew people were going through, being slaves and everything, he walked away. And that's what he's walking away from here. He found the strength. So when we're looking at this card right here, and this is burnout, and this is healing and awakening and strength, and what was the other thing? Awakening, healing, returning, burnout, and strength. You see that here. You see that he's awakened to what he needs to do. He's healing from that knowledge. He's returning to his people because he's burnt out from the ridiculousness of Egypt, and he has the strength to move. He's got the strength to move on and do what he has to do, okay? That's what I'm feeling initially. But the upright meaning for this is walking away, introspection, escapism, withdrawal, and seeking truth. I just really feel like these two together, these are really bound tight together. This is I feel like this is kind of, this is the situation going on, and this is how you feel about it. You're just like, you've just gotten somewhere where you just know who you are, and you know what you have to do, and it doesn't matter how opulent your past life was, you can't go back. You're burnt out from the bullshit, and you're searching for truth. Now, what's at the root of everything here is the Ace of Coins in the reverse. It's so funny. Man, you know what I do? At the end of a reading, I'll take the deck and I will open it up, and I will take all of the cards from a reading and separate them purposely, and then shuffle and shuffle and shuffle. But it doesn't matter. I still get the same, at least one of the same cards from the previous reading, where both of these cards were in Pisces' reading, and they were both upright. In your reading here, they're both upside down. So this is the Ace of Coins. The Ace of Coins is, aces are always new beginnings, but this is in reverse, and so I'm thinking that's not going to be the case here. All right. This is Jack and the Beanstalk as well, okay? So this is, if you remember from last week, the Forest of Enchantment deck that I have, the Five of Challenges, or the Five of Swords for that deck, was this giant, and it represented an insurmountable force, and I reminded everybody, though, about Jack and the Beanstalk and how Jack overcame his giant. It's not impossible to overcome something that seems insurmountable. Here we have Jack and the Beanstalk, okay? So this is, I feel like I'm being reminded to tell everybody how sometimes things feel insurmountable, but they're not. But so this is Jack and the Beanstalk, an English fairy tale. It says the reverse meaning here is bad finances, excessive spending, greed, stinginess, poor planning. Okay, so I'm feeling that it's you know, you're having some trouble with your money. You've been spending too much probably. Greed and stinginess don't seem to go along with excessive spending. Poor planning. But you know what greed and stinginess do? They make your finances not flow. So if you're overspending and you're being greedy and stingy, you're putting some very terrible energy into your finances. It's better to be generous. Give your last dollar to somebody who needs it. It's better to um, set money aside to help others than be greedy and just keep saving it up. You know, this is your wake-up call here. It's time to plan better, okay? And don't buy things that you don't absolutely need. Don't do any impulse buys. Plan it out, you know? Order it online if you have to, instead of going out and just buying and buying and buying. Although people do a lot of buying, ordering as well. Trust me. Now, so here is the energy that is moving out of your life at this time. So this is the root of all this going on here, okay? Just so you know. All right. This is what is moving out of your life at this time. This is called the Gordian Knot. This is from Turkey, a Greek legend from Turkey. But the reversed meaning of this is the lack of communication, misinformation, rigidity, and confusion, okay? So that's the same as it usually is. It doesn't seem to have a whole lot of difference here. The thing here with this particular card is this is cutting through this knot. To me, it feels like red tape, like a situation that was just a mess, a knot by accident that, you know, you didn't make this knot on purpose. So this is basically the Ace of Swords, just saying the lack of communication, misinformation, rigidity, and confusion. Okay, so rigidity is telling you need to, well, you don't need to do anything, but the rigidity thing, it would suggest that you go ahead and go with the flow a little bit more. Go with the flow of life. Communicate a bit better, because if you don't, you get misinformation, and then that's when you get confused. So apparently what you need here, what you probably could use is some clarity. All right, so these next two cards for me as a reader are future cards, okay? Sometimes one will happen before the other, but I really just have to I have to pick up a card and just start talking for my intuition to start talking to me, okay? So this is the Ten of Cups here. And, you know, this is your energy again, water energy. This is a happy family card. And look at how beautiful this Ten of Cups is. Look at that. I know you're thinking Aquaman, because I sure am. Okay, but this card is in the reverse. However, this is an ending, okay? There's an ending in your future. And it's about, dysfunctional family, broken home, instability, conflict, and neglect. Okay, so this has something to do with finances. I feel like the finances are going to affect your family. It could be that if you don't have enough money for the rent or something, then maybe your family has to split up and live in different places. And, you know, there's this element of neglect here, is talking to me about planning, okay? There's some sort of neglect to plan something as well as you could have, okay? So this is telling you to look for that. You know, whenever there's an ending, though, you know, there's always a new beginning. And so when things aren't working right, it's better for it to end than to continue on and have you just stay in stagnation, okay? We'll get some more information as we go. This Page of Wands here is what's coming up. Okay. I love learning about these different places. I'm sorry I didn't tell you, but this is the story of Julnar the Seaborn. Julnar is I guess they're mer people, but she's the wife. After many hard trials, Julnar finds a happy, loving husband and has a child. Her brother rises from the sea, which often represents the subconscious, to congratulate her and celebrate her newfound life. So in case you wanted to know what fairy tale that was, what story it was, it's Julnar the Seaborn, okay? Now, this next one is also in reverse. This is a page, so this is a people card. This could be a young person in your life, a child to a teenager. This is in reverse, so I'm thinking they may be giving you a little bit of trouble here. This is the story of Mawindo from the Republic of Congo, Nyanga mythology, okay? So the Page of Wands represents a childlike optimism and carefree rebellion. For Mawindo, every situation is made fun by a swish of his magical fly swatter. He makes many enemies, but just as many friends who help him in his journey, okay? So he sounds like a fun guy. But here, what we've got is the reversal of him. So this is naivety, petulance, a lack of imagination, and pessimism. Okay, so pessimism, wow, that sounds very teenagery. So you may be dealing with a young fire sign, as wands are fire, okay? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy here. This is a person who has a lot of energy, who loves life, but right now they're naive, they're a bit petulant and pessimistic, and that's probably because their imagination isn't really working for them right now. You know, it's hard to imagine good stuff when you're in a state of pessimism, okay? So this could be someone in your life, or this could be how you feel in the future when it comes to this stuff. But like I said, this could be a young person in your life, maybe your child, maybe your person's child, or something that is playing into this this family conflict that you're about to head into. Okay, so now the next card that we have here is your Hope card, and that is so awesome because this is the card of hope. You got the star. So you know what? You may be about to head into some family and financial trials, okay? But you do have the strength. Just think about this. Cancer, because this is cups, this is your energy. I just feel this is you. When you go through this, Cancer, remember Moses. If you don't really know the story, pick up a Bible, pick up your phone, do some Googling, because this man went through a great deal. He had to save his people from slavery. He had to stand up to his own family to save his world. He was here to save the world, okay? And he did something that others thought was impossible. Something that he was prophesied. His coming was prophesied for, I think, a few hundred years before he was born. What he did was so huge. He took his people out of Egypt, and they wandered around in the desert for 40 years. Can you imagine that type of stagnation, that type of strength to endure all of that? Remember Moses, and you can get through anything because you've got hope. And this is a strong, strong energy. Our sun is a star. The star is happiness. The star is the thing that the hermit goes inside to find. What brings you joy? What brings you happiness? You hope for hope. This is hope. So there's a part of you that's hoping for something to hope for. Well, you know what? Hope itself is a huge energy. Hope always means that you haven't given up. Okay? So this is Sister Alyanushka and Brother Ivanushka, Russia. This is a fairy tale. The star is a symbol of hope after a disaster. Oh, and they even mentioned a financial disaster. Wow. The need to remain positive after misfortune. You've got pessimism here. To remember that things can get better again. It is staying calm and open to future possibilities, seeing your situation with open eyes, mind, and heart. This is hope, serenity, inspiration, insight, and spirituality. So, this is so connected to what you are about to go through. Don't just remember Moses, his strength, okay, what he had to endure, because he did it. He brought them to the promised land, even after wandering around for 40 years and having to eat manna. Okay, this is a major arcana card. This is telling you, Cancer, your hope is one of the strongest powers that you have to deal with what is about to happen. Okay, this said several things that these two cards, it references this financial issue. It references the pessimism going on here. Okay, this is, sometimes you have to know when to give up and move on. He gave up on living as a prince. You got to know what to give up on. And you got to do what you got to do for your life to go smoothly. So never, ever lose hope. Remember these two energies, Cancer, okay? Because this is your environment or your state of being. You are at the end of a cycle. It is ending now, okay? You don't have the new beginning just yet because these guys are both in the reverse. It's going to take this hope energy, the strength to endure energy to get this new beginning that you are hoping for. I'm saying use your imagination. What do you want in life? Pretend that you have a magic genie and you can ask for anything in your life. What would you ask for? And then you say, well, this, and this. Well, why can't you have it? Well, because this, and this. Well, why is that so difficult? You can have anything you want in life. You can have the entire world. Mother Earth is saying you can have me. I'm here for you. I am abundant. I have everything you need. There is no lack. I can provide for all of my children. But you're at the end of this cycle, child. And so now a new beginning gives you me, the entire world, she says. When things end, now you have the entire world to choose from. This is the end of a cycle, okay? Sometimes the ends of the cycles are good when they lead to negativity. Now here we have your fear card. This is more sword energy. This is the Page of Swords. So again, we've got this young person. Now there may be two young people in your life, but I feel like this is the same one. And I feel like sometimes they get a little bit too passionate, they get a little too pessimistic, and they say something cutting. That's what swords energy does. They can be kind of sharp-tongued, which is where we get that phrase from. We got the phrase fiery temper from Wands energy, from fire signs, and we have a sharp tongue. That phrase comes from air energy people. We're very truthful. I know I'm air energy. I'm a Libra. This is also a spy, though. This can be somebody who watches and reports to some sort of authority. Sometimes this is a person who's watching you on your social media. That's like cyber stalking. Now, this one has a smile on his face, and he doesn't look as threatening as some Page of Swords, like the one in the medieval Scapini deck. He is old and he is creepy looking, and he represents a lot of that stalker kind of energy where he's like he's an authority, he's watching over you and reporting to the boss. This is a princess. This is Princess Parizade. It's from Anatolia, which is ancient Turkey. I know because I have a past life from there. This is an Arabic folktale that was told in Old Turkey, Anatolia. Princess Parizade, I'll show you here so you can see how that is spelled. Okay. Wow, she's smiling too. The Page of Swords represents youthful intelligence. Princess Parizade uses her wit to succeed where others have failed, her optimism intact through it all. Optimism. Wow. She is a harbinger of new beginnings and her ideas for herself and those around her. And new ideas for herself and those around her. So this is talkativeness, energy, thoughtfulness, curiosity, and truthfulness. As a fear card now, this is kind of a strange fear card for you here, Cancer. I mean, I would understand, you know, having that stalker energy, why this would be a fear card and all. But this is a card of new beginnings and optimism. She succeeds where others have failed because of her wit, because she's intelligent. She's using her intellect. She's using good logic. Okay? So this is something for you to think about. Optimism and pessimism is interesting. Okay, so what if this is two teenagers or two children in your life, and one is optimistic and for some reason you fear this truthfulness in this child? Maybe it's because they cause waves, especially if another one is pessimistic. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to clarify that here, just to see what's up with this Page of Swords, because like I said, it would make sense. Mother Earth, why is Cancer afraid of this particular Page of Swords energy? I just heard a truthful new beginning. Sometimes those are scary for people. Sometimes we lie to ourselves a lot, and to be truthful. Oh, yeah, yeah. Here's the King of Swords, and he's in the reverse, okay? So I think what this is this is a person, and when they are in a mood, they get pretty mean, okay? I think this was telling me that there is a young person in your life, or someone who is an air sign, or, you know, it doesn't have to be actually, I think this is an air sign. That when this person is cranky, they're cranky in a big way. Okay? This is harsh. This is stubborn. This is no bueno energy. Okay? Major dick. Sorry. Oh man. So sorry about this person in your life, Cancer. Okay, so the next energy that we're going to read here is the possible outcome, and I say possible or potential outcome because things can change with free will. And what we've got here is the 6 of Coins, However, it is in the reverse. Now, before I forget, let me see if you've got earth, air, fire, and water going on here. You've got, oh, pardon me, excuse me. Earth, air, fire, and water. Yeah, you got it all. You've got all the elements you need to create, and yet you've got this Six of Coins here in the reverse. Now, the Six of Coins is all about good karma. To me, even though it's an earth card, it's a very Libra card as well, because it's all about equal. It's about charity. It's about giving to others, you know, being kind, and then that kindness, that charitable energy that you give to others comes back to you. Now this is in the reverse for you though here, Cancer. So let's check and see what this is all about here. Having a kind of a hard week this week, Cancer. I think it was last week, things were going really good for you, and the week before or something like that, you were getting engaged. You know, I know there's different cancers all over the place here, so there's different streams of information that I pick up on, and other tarot readers too. I'm just yapping while I'm trying to find this. Yep. Okay, here it is. All right. This is the woman who was kind to insects. Oh, that's so nice. I do that too. I don't kill insects. This is from Alaska. This is an Inuit fable. The Six of Coins represents kindness and generosity to those less fortunate. The old woman from this Inuit tale understands the need to put positivity into the world in order to receive it back. The pay it forward mythology of karma. Okay? So, I mean, I'm really nice to bugs. And, you know, I do it without telling people, because I know Spirit sees everything, right? And Spirit does. What a cute little fox. She's so cute. But this is upside down here. So this is abuse of power, scams, extortion, gullibility, and greed. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, Cancer. So my goodness. Now I'm feeling that there may be someone who seemed kind who actually wasn't. Somebody abused their power here in some sort of scam that had something to do with extortion. Of course, taking advantage of somebody's gullibility with their greed. That is too bad here. Now, I don't know. I'm not feeling like this was you. I mean, it could have been. I'm not going to, you know, we all make mistakes, but somebody did that, and somebody is going to end up with some karma. Now, like I said, though, you have the strength to get through anything, Cancer. Okay, you've got it. Just remember what Moses went through, and the patience that he had to have, and the faith in himself and his life, what he was here to do. Okay, remember the power of hope. Okay, the power of your dreams. Whenever you start to feel really low, that's a good time to start daydreaming about the things that you want. Now, this is the card that's at the bottom of the deck, and this is the Nine of Wands, which is the wounded warrior energy. This is where you're pretty much undefeatable right now, because you've gotten a lot of expertise and practice, and with all these 9 fights, and you're ready for one more. You have the strength to summon one more, and you move yourself like out of the darkness into the light. But here, this is the Nine of Wands in the reverse. Now, this is Vasilisa the Beautiful, a Russian fairy tale, and the Nine of Wands represents weathering the battle. Sent by her wicked stepmother to the door of the witch Baba Yaga, Vasilisa the Beautiful stays resilient. She endures Baba Yaga's impossible trials. She is wary and cautious, but also hopeful. Okay, so I just feel like this is like it's like your Vasilisa. You know, people were looking at you and thinking, oh, they can't. You know, like the stepmother, she's like, I'm going to send her to that witch, and, you know, then she'll probably end up dead. But no, nobody realized that this little dove, this sweet, kind, beautiful girl that people think that she's like this little fragile dove. No, no, she was able to handle it. She was strong. Just because she didn't look like she could handle it didn't mean that she couldn't. What this says, though, is this is a stalemate, stubbornness, hesitance, giving in, and even paranoia. Okay, so this is what is at the underlying energy of all of this. There was a stalemate. There's been stubbornness, hesitancy, giving in, paranoia. But I'm feeling this though, that a lot of the times people look like they aren't strong, especially people who are beautiful. People often disrespect people who are good looking, or people who are kind or sweet, who may even seem happy and a little silly. People always disrespect that kind of person. But when put to the test, a person who has a pure heart is going to, a person who knows who they are and loves themselves is going to withstand anything, is going to endure anything, And you just think about Moses when he was a prince. He'd be a lot like Vasilisa the Beautiful, huh? All right, now let's get this out of here. We're already at 41 minutes. Let me just see what the Earth Magic Oracle has for you today, Cancer. Mother Earth. Mother Mawu. Mother Gaia. Our beautiful planet. What messages have you for Cancer? Please give me at least, thank you so much. Thank you so much. At least one more card, please. Okay, thank you. Wow, I am really getting that waterfall one almost every time. Okay, all right. So, innocence, shape-shifting, and effortless. Okay, innocence is, okay, this person, there's something about shape-shifting, okay? This is what's coming through. There's somebody, like I was saying, there's somebody who may have looked really kind, but they actually weren't. Also, the clouds, this is air energy. So it could be this Page of Swords here, that when they're angry, they shape-shift into the angry King of Swords, okay? This is, clouds is also confusion. You've got some confusion in there, and I think that when you've got a lot of clouds in your mind, they make other things, well, you of course are confused, and so it makes other things look like other things, like shape-shifting. This is what I'm getting from this. It makes the confusion, it adds to the confusion, okay? Now, when I get waterfall, to me, this is emotion. I've been getting this a lot this week. And there's going to be a point where your heart bursts open, and it's going to, then your emotions are going to flow effortlessly. Also, this is telling me about your life. The flow of your life should be more effortless. Just by staying in this type of energy here with innocence, okay? And also to remind you that when you're dealing with these cranky young people, they are still innocent in a way. They don't understand, and to please have patience with them, because this is really who everybody is inside, these little tiny people. And when we're angry or defensive, especially when we're teenagers, it's just because we're trying to act like adults when we don't really know what that is, do we? So, I mean, here we've got the earth, we've got the air, we've got the fire. See the lightning right there? And we've got water all in this picture here. And we've got the joy of life and the sun shining on us, which gives life to everything. Okay, so it's telling you that this energy right here, it's this youthful energy, which if this isn't young people in your life, if this could be your own energy, these energies are out of whack. These have to be joyful. They have to be pure of heart. Well, you know what I mean? This type of the joy of life and looking at life like children do. If you know, you may have had a sad childhood, you may have had a good one. If you had a good one, you can look back to the times when you were a child and how exuberant you were for new stuff. That's how you can bring in new stuff into your life. That's how you can bring in all your hopes and dreams, you know, because you're in the middle of this ending. Okay, so it's time for you to choose what you want your new beginning to look like anyway. And sometimes the universe wants you to stay in this feeling of innocence and just let it come in. Just let things unfold effortlessly. All right, now let's see what you get for your legendary ladies. Let's see if we can have at least one goddess for Cancer. Gosh, look at the colors. Oh, so beautiful. There's a lot of mermaids in this deck. Look, see? Agartys and Sedna. I think there's 5 or 7 of them. I counted them. I'm like, wow, there sure is a lot of mermaids. And I'm saying that because you're water energy. You know. All right. May I please have at least one card for Cancer? Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Is that it? Is that it? It is. Okay. So we're going to read from the book. Oba. Domesticity. Okay, so yeah, that makes sense because we're talking about your home life. This is all about your home life. All right. What a beautiful card. Look at that. I've been seeing hot pink a lot in my mind's eye. Goddess, okay, this is from Yoruba. Goddess of marriage and domesticity, Oba, is signaling for you to focus on tending your own home and domestic area. Leaning into your home life is going to help support you at this time. Yeah, spending, focus on your home life. This is what this is all about. Focus on what you want your home life to be. What do you want your home life to be? What do you want your life to be, Cancer? You can have anything you want. Okay, so let's see how much control do you have over this situation? I can gauge that by the number of major arcana to minor, and you have the star and the world. And so 2 out of 10 cards means that most of this is in your control. And where you have the biggest messages is to just never lose hope. Also, this cycle is ending and it's bringing in a joyous time. This is a joyous feeling for me. And this is saying, what do you want? What are your hopes and dreams, Cancer? Think it up. Use your imagination and ask the universe for what you truly want inside. And hope and optimism is going to get you through any of these trials. Okay, so don't forget to like and comment, share, subscribe. Check out my books. All my links are in the description box below, and that's what I have for you at this time, Cancer. So see you next time.